CJUFCPics along with my co-host Gibbs. Make sure to subscribe, make sure to like the video, and make sure to comment on the video who your picks are, your underdog, your lock of the week. Make sure to comment on the video and help the algorithm out, and I really appreciate it. Make sure to check out my dude Gibbs. He's got his own channel, he does his own picks, and he's got his own show as well, so make sure to check him out. Tonight, we're going to break down a very stacked, very exciting card. UFC 299, Sean O'Malley versus Vera Part 2. That's going to be a very good, very exciting fight. Stacked card, man. What do you think about this card?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a really good card too, man. You got a lot of up and comers, you got old heads, you just got title challengers, so it's just gonna be a whole lot of action.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. So make sure to subscribe, guys. Make sure to comment on the video, like the video, and do what you gotta do. Spread the word about CJUFCPics, and you already know what to do. Roll one up. It's the smoke sesh. I got some double trouble on deck, bro. I don't even know what this is. I never tried it before. What you got today?
Yeah, I got some what's this? Yellow Kush is what it's called. So never ain't heard that, but I'll take it.
Let's go. And whatever y'all smoking on, make sure to light one up. It's the smoke sesh right here on CJUFCPics. But before we do the breakdown for UFC 299, before we do our picks, let's do a small recap of what happened last night on UFC Fight Night Vegas 87. Shamil Gaziev versus Jairzinho Rozenstruik, bro. I went 9-2 on the night, bro. I did excellent. I only got 2 picks wrong, and I had a great, excellent betting night as well. How'd you do last night?
Yeah, I had 8-3 record. Betting was okay. Was down like half a unit, but hey, it's okay. Not too bad. But it was a good card.
All right, let's do the recap right now, folks. What happened last night? The first fight I got wrong. Al-Sawadi was my pick, but Luke Rotzebach, he was losing that fight until that last third round where Al-Sawadi just gassed out and got knocked out, bro. What'd you think about this fight?
Yeah, I had the underdog Luke Rotzebach to go ahead and get it done. I couldn't bet on the debutant coming in, and then a guy who's already been knocked out 3 times. Just couldn't bet on him.
Next fight, guys, got the pick correct. Ludwig Klein absolutely dominating AJ Cunningham. I mean, AJ Cunningham is a tough guy. He can I can see him giving a few guys problems, but Ludwig Klein was just way ahead of him in this fight. What do you think about this fight, bro?
Yeah, I thought Ludwig Klein looked amazing. Yeah, man, AJ Cunningham just couldn't take the damage coming his way, man.
Next fight, guys. Got the pick correct, got the outcome correct. I kind of knew this was going to happen, folks. This was an automatic lock in my book. And I'm talking about Christian Leroy Duncan knocking out Claudio Ribeiro. What do you think about this fight, bro?
Yeah, I absolutely had a feeling that was going to happen. You just COD's power is just like, wow. He's just really fast. So just figured that would happen.
And I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out on him, bro. He's someone to look out for sure. Next fight, guys, kind of a disappointment in my book, and my only second pick wrong in this whole card. I'm talking about Javid Basharat losing a very close decision loss, I'm sorry, to Ayman Zahabi. Ayman Zahabi just going in there and showing him that he's the veteran and the better fighter, bro.
Yeah, I definitely felt like Ayman Zahabi, he just came in and he just was really looking good. At first, he was looking bad, but then the second round, he had that big bomb that gave him the round, and Basharat got tired, and he lost his O.
Next fight, guys, got the pick correct, got the outcome correct, and this is one of the wildest knockouts I've seen in a long time. Vinicius Oliveira knocking out Bernardo Sopage in the third round with that flying knee, bro. That was crazy to see.
Yeah, I thought that was crazy as well. Shoot, Sopage was doing all that talking, and then boom, he gets clipped with a big hand.
Next fight, guys, got the pick correct, got the outcome correct. Eric Anders going over Jamie Pickett via decision. Kind of knew that. And Jamie Pickett retiring after that fight, bro. What do you think about that?
Yeah, Jamie Pickett, he needed to retire because, yeah, he was looking good at first. He had clipped Eric Anders a couple of times. Had me a little worried. I had him in a parlay. That was scaring me. But Eric Anders showed the grit that he had, and yeah, he got it done.
Next fight, guys, got the pick correct, got the outcome correct. And here's another guy to look out for in the UFC. And I'm talking about Steve Asper Boy Erceg, bro. The dude has knockout power, excellent boxing, and he's one of my favorite new fighters in the flyweight division.
That dude's good, man. Matt Schnell, a guy who's been knocked out 5 or 6 times in his career coming into that fight. You just had a feeling that could happen. But yeah, man, Steve Erceg, that's a guy you absolutely have to look out for going forward.
Next fight, guys, was Umar Nurmagomedov beating and destroying Asu Almabaev. I mean, he almost got knocked out in that first round. That was a little scary, but after that, he took control of that fight. What do you think about that fight, bro?
Yeah, I knew that was absolutely a world where that happened. I knew Bedscat, that dude's really pretty good. Coming from Kazakhstan, we ran through almost everybody there. So going forward, Almakan's a guy that I would absolutely be looking to bet on going forward.
Yeah, he's pretty good, man. He survived a really nasty beating. Next fight, guys, got the pick correct. Muhammad Mokaev going over Alex Perez, but he kind of got exposed again in that fight, bro. And I think I'm gonna fade him pretty soon.
Yeah, it's weird. He be having those weird little motions where he goes for the takedowns, and then it's like he's getting rocked or something. It's kind of weird. So, yeah, man, Muhammad Mokaev is not that good to me.
Next fight, guys. I was surprised this fight went to a decision, but I still got the pick correct. Vito Petrino going over Tyson Pedro. At least we know that Vito Petrino has 3 rounds of cardio.
That's very true. We absolutely know that he can do that, and going forward, you might want to just go money line with him because he can win in every facet of the game.
And then the main event, guys, got the pick correct. My dog of the card, I told you all, Jairzinho Rozenstruik was going to be Shamil Gaziev, and that's exactly what happened, bro.
Yeah, I think it was I think it was more like a case of fading Biggie Boy, but Biggie Boy looked pretty good in this fight. I kind of call him the can crusher, but Gaziev a real win on his record, and going forward, let's give him the loser of Jailton Almeida Curtis Blaydes.
So that was the breakdown, guys. Like I said, I went 9 out of 11 correct. Pretty damn good night for me. You went 8 out of 3. That's still a solid night. So that was pretty good for us. And now we move on to the big pay-per-view night. UFC 299. We have Sean O'Malley versus Vera 2. And that's going to be a good fight. The co-main event, Dustin Poirier versus Saint-Denis. That's going to be an exciting, wild fight. And let's get right to it, folks. But before we do that, before we get into the breakdown, you know what to do. Light one up with your boys. Got some double trouble on deck. What did you have on deck? I forgot already.
It's that yellow. It's that yellow Kush.
That yellow Kush. Let's go. All right. Make sure to light one up, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. CJUFCPics is the smoke sesh for UFC 299. And the first fight of the night, guys, scheduled in the women's flyweight division, we have Joanne Wood versus Maryna Moroz. And I believe this is a rematch, correct?
Yeah, they fought in Moroz's UFC debut.
Joanne Wood, she's 16-8, 38 years old, 5'6", 65.5-inch reach. Maryna Moroz, 11-5, 32 years old, 5'7", 67-inch reach. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, I'm probably gonna stay away from this fight because both of these girls are not reliable. Joanne Wood losing the last 3 out of her 5 fights, and Maryna Moroz losing the last 2 out of her 5 fights, losing two times in a row. Joanne Wood has more UFC experience, and to me, she's fought the tougher competition. She won her last fight against Luana Carolina in a split decision, but before that, she lost to Alex Grasso, to Leah Santos, and Lauren Murphy. Not bad losses. And she won against Jessica I. Maryna Moroz losing to Karina Silva, Jennifer Maia, and then winning her last fight almost 2 years ago against Maryna Agopava. Man, I'm going with Moroz by decision. This is gonna be a close fight in my opinion. And I wouldn't be surprised if Maryna lost this rematch, bro. I wouldn't be surprised about that. But in the end, for a picking perspective, I'm going Moroz by decision. I'm just gonna bet the over in this fight if it's a good number, bro. Who are you going for in this fight?
Yeah, so we got a good fight here. So we got two ladies where whenever they're fighting the opposite style, one could say they're good minute winners. Joanne Wood, a girl who's she's coming on the tail end of her career. She's been around for the longest. Um, she she's 3-4 as a underdog. She's coming in today as a plus 170 dog. She was a minus 700 versus Maryna Moroz the first time out. So everybody thought that she would get it done. Um, Maryna Moroz, a woman who came in her last one versus Karine Silva, and she just looked not like herself. She just came out slow. She was just looking too patient, and she got clipped with a big shot, and then she got submitted. Maryna Moroz, I feel like in this matchup, she should be able to get the fight down, but if she comes out the same way she looked in her last one, this is a Joanne Wood spot all day. Go ahead and give me the dog. I'm gonna go ahead and take Joanne Wood. I just feel like her takedown defense has improved a lot. She's shown it in the Carolina fight, Luana Carolina. She's shown it in Luana Carolina. She's better than everybody thought. I'm gonna go ahead and take the dog for the first fight of the night.
I don't like that, bro. I don't like we're not seeing eye to eye in the first fight. We usually do.
I know, right? So, starting out with the next one, we're gonna go ahead and go CJ Vergara versus Asu Almabaev, and this is actually a pretty good fight, I must say. CJ Vergara, he's 32 years old. Almabaev, he's 30 years old. Almabaev is the big favorite here. He's a minus 440 favorite, and he's making his second fight in the UFC. He submitted what's his name? Osborne. That was actually a pretty good fight. Ode Osborne. Ode Osborne's a guy who's not really the best, but hey, it's a pretty good win. He's from Kazakhstan too. This dude here, what is he trying to do? He's really trying to take your head off. He has great pressure. I feel like sometimes he can be low output, but whenever he doesn't like how it's going on the feet, he can instantly take it down to the ground. CJ Vergara, a guy coming off Dana White's Contender Series about 3 years ago, and he's been a mainstay for the most part in the flyweight division. He's only lost a couple of times in the UFC, and I thought that he actually beat not CJ Vergara, but Ode Osborne when they fought. So that's a loss that he has on his record. He should have. I feel like in this fight, Asu Almabaev is probably going to get him down, take him down, and control him there because we've seen CJ Vergara be controlled plenty of times in his UFC career by Tasaru, and then he was losing the Klitschko Rodriguez fight before he got a split decision. So I'm gonna go Almabaev in a boring decision fight. What you thinking, bro?
I'm thinking that Almabaev is gonna submit CJ Vergara, bro. Like you said, he's got really good takedowns. And I think he's gonna get this fight to the ground one way or another. And I think he's gonna submit CJ Vergara probably in the second or third round. I mean, CJ Vergara does have good cardio. He's got good striking. And he's kind of fast on the feet, but I think Asu Almabaev got better grappling, better wrestling, and better takedowns. And he's on a really good winning streak right now. So give me Almabaev by submission. My confidence level is about a 6. Next fight, guys. Scheduled in the men's heavyweight division, we got Robelis Despaigne versus Josh Parisian. Robelis Espionage 4-0. He's making his UFC debut at 35, almost 36 years old, 6'7", 87-inch reach, and if I'm not mistaken, that's the biggest reach in the UFC. Josh Parisian, 15-7, 34 years old, 6'4", 79-inch reach. Josh Parisian coming in at plus 310 underdog, and Robles Despaigne minus 420 favorite. As you can see, bro, I picked Josh Parisian by knockout. I think he's definitely fought the tougher competition. He's definitely had more UFC experience, and he's more proven, in my opinion. Robles Despaigne has not fought past the first round in his career yet. And I think Josh Parisian is tough enough to at least last one round. And if this case goes past one round, Robles Despaigne is in real big trouble, bro. So give me Josh Parisian. He's not my dog of the card, though. He's not my dog of the card. That's coming in later. Josh Parisian is my first dog that I am going to bet, though, on the card. And my confidence level is about a 6. Who you got in this fight?
Yeah, so this is actually a pretty interesting fight here. You got Robelis Despaigne coming in at 4-0, and you got Josh Parisian, the 15-7 veteran. If you guys have never seen Robelis Despaigne fight, this guy is a knockout artist. He so his last 3 fights combined for 19 seconds. His last fight was 4 seconds, then 3 seconds, then 12 seconds, and then his UFC, and then his debut, he got a knockout at the end of the first round. And like bro alluded to, he has the longest reach ever, and this guy is 6'7", and we've seen Josh Parisian get clipped and hurt so many times. Lost to Porter, lost to Dontel Mays. Josh Parisian's getting knocked out here, man. I can't lie to you.
Okay, bro. If that's what you think.
Yeah.
I just think that the cardio for Robles Despaigne is gonna get tested in this fight, bro.
It will get tested.
And I think he's gonna get knocked out.
And I can't wait to come back on next Saturday and we'll talk about it.
I mean, he's knocked out Alan Boudet before, and he hasn't been knocked out since. I mean, he lost to Dontel Mays. I mean, that's not a good loss. You're probably right. He's probably getting knocked out. I'm just doing it like. I just don't like that.
A flyer.
I just don't like that fast knockout. Like, if this goes past 4 minutes, bro, he's gonna gas.
Yeah, you're right though, but that's a big if, man. It's just Parisian's not gonna be able to get to him. Every time Parisian comes into range, he's gonna be getting hit with something. But next up, we got Philipe Lins versus Ion Cutelaba. And this was actually a weird fight because I wasn't seeing odds nowhere for this fight. So kind of weird. But if we're gonna break this fight down real quick, as I get to it, I'm pulling it up here. Hold on. So we got Philipe Lins coming in, and it's been a while. It's been a while since he fought. So let's go ahead and check this out. If I get this up. All right. So Philipe Lins, 38 years old. Ion Cutelaba, 30 years old. 6'2" for Lins, 6'1" for Ion Cutelaba. 78-inch reach for Lins, 75 for Ion Cutelaba. So Ion Cutelaba, a guy who finds himself as a favorite, usually, and we're gonna assume that he's a favorite here. This is a guy who does not show up in that favorite tag. He is what is he? He is 6-5 as a favorite, and he's 0-3 in the last 3 spots as a favorite. So one could say he's been dropping the ball. Philipe Lins, a guy who is fantastic as an underdog. He is 2-0 as an underdog. He has fantastic cardio. He has great boxing. 3 years in the PFL, he won $1 million. So this guy isn't hurting for money. This guy knows how to win, man. He's the ultimate minute winner. He's not one of those guys that you're gonna be looking to watch this fight and be entertained. but but we're here for betting. So this is one of the guys that you want to be backing. And Philipe Lins is a guy I absolutely want to have my money on. Ion Cutelaba has just shown to put himself in bad spots whenever he gets tired. He's shown that he doesn't have the best IQ. Philipe Lins has shown that he's levels above him in his striking when it comes to technicality. Go ahead and give me the dog on Philipe Lins. I feel like Philipe Lins wins this fight 7 out of 10 times. What are you thinking, bro?
I totally 100% agree with you there, bro. I think Felipe Lins is the more dangerous, better fighter in every aspect. On the ground, probably Ian Cutelaba has the advantage, but Felipe Lins, ever since he came down from heavyweight, has been tearing it up, bro. He's been on a 3-fight winning streak. He's got knockout power. He bring that power from heavyweight to light heavyweight, and he's a problem for Ian Cutelaba. We all know Ian Cutelaba is chinny, bro. He can get rocked. He can get knocked out. And I think that's exactly what's gonna happen here. And I'm definitely on your page, bro. I'm gonna bet on Felipe Lins. Hopefully he's plus money, bro. I'm hoping he's plus money. So yeah, we're on the same page there. Next
Sure.
fight, guys, scheduled in the men's middleweight division. We have Michel Pereira versus Michael Oleksiejczuk. Michel Pereira, he is 29 and 11, 30 years old, 6'1", 73-inch reach. Michael Oleksiejczuk, he is a 19 and 6, 29 years old, 6 foot even, 74-inch reach. Both of these guys will go at it. Both of these guys got knockout power, but Michel Pereira definitely has fought the tougher competition. He definitely has more experience in the UFC and more experience overall. I mean, look at his record, 29 and 11 compared to 19 and 6. Michel Pereira is dangerous both on the feet and on the ground, and I think he's one of my locks for this card, bro. He's not my official lock, but he's one of my locks. Michel Pereira is going to get this done inside the distance, knockout, TKO, or submission. I'm thinking submission because Michael Oleksiejczuk can take some hits. He does have a chin. But either way, I think Michel Pereira has this in the bag. My confidence level is a 7.5 out of 10. Minus 140, that's all day. Give me that all day. What's your take, bro?
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and say that Michel Pereira should get it done as well. I would not. I'm definitely not as confident as you are because I have a lot of respect for Oleksiejczuk. This guy Oleksiejczuk has been around for a while. This guy has shown that he's consistent. Pretty much, he has not had a bad performance outside of a couple of his losses that he's had, like the when he got the no contest with Khalil Roundtree. That was his UFC debut. So yeah, he had a couple of bad performances where he got Camort by Jimmy Crew, and then he got submitted by Devon Flucho by Oven St. Preux. Those aren't good losses that you want to have. He looked bad in the Caio Bahaio fight. In this fight, he won't be getting taken down though. This will be a striker's delight. So Michel Pereira, he has to stay on his P's and Q's because sometimes he can get caught staring too much. So he has to do everything because this is a scary fight. Whenever you got a striker's delight, anything can happen. This is an absolute no bet for me. This is one of those fights that I could just see myself just watching because I can see Michel Pereira getting clipped and put out. I'm just gonna not even send a lot of y'all, but I'm going Michel Pereira. But this fight scares me.
Bro, can't you believe this fight's on the prelims? That's how stacked this card is.
Crazy, bro. So we're gonna go ahead and slide over to the next one, and that being Pedro Munhoz versus Kyler Phillips. And this is actually a pretty good fight, I must admit, because Kyler Phillips, he's been out for a while, so he's coming off a little bit of a layoff. So if we're gonna go over the tell of the tape, we got Pedro Munhoz, 37 years old, Kyler Phillips, 28 years old, 5'6" for Pedro, 5'8" for Phillips, and Phillips has a massive reach advantage with 72 versus 65 for Pedro Munhoz. So we got Phillips coming in as a favor here, which I mean, one could say is not warranted because he's been out for a little bit. But he's shown that he's a pretty good minute winner. He has good boxing. Um, one spot where he is lacking is his takedown defense. Someone could take Kyler Phillips down at will if they wanted to, but yeah, Kyler Phillips, I feel like in this spot he should be able to keep the fight standing, and I feel like he'll have the more active boxing. And if he wants to take Pedro Munhoz down, it's going to be tough because Pedro Munhoz, he has pretty good takedown defense. Pedro Munhoz is a guy, people been trying to take him down his whole career. Cody Garbrandt was trying to take him down the whole fight, and then he ended up clipping Cody Garbrandt and putting him out. So this is just a fight where, Pedro Munhoz, he shows up every time where people think he's not going to win. He looked great versus Gutierrez, but then versus Marlon Vera, I thought he won that fight versus Chito Vera. They gave it to him. It was a unanimous decision for Marlon, but I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and go Kyler Phillips, but this fight's closer than what the odds say. But yeah, I got to go Kyler Phillips. What you thinking, bro?
I think Kyler Phillips is going to win this fight as well, bro. I can't back somebody that has lost almost the last 4 out of his 5 fights. I mean, I know that says no contest, but we all know Sean O'Malley was going to win that fight, bro. Come on. So, to me, that's a loss. He's won only 1 fight, and that was against Chris Gutierrez. And, I mean, Chris Gutierrez is solid, but I think Kyler Phillips is better than Chris. I think Kyler Phillips is someone that gonna take that number 15 spot away from him, bro. So this fight is gonna put him in the top 15, and I think he's gonna get it done by decision. I think Pedro Munhoz is tough enough to go to all 3 rounds with Kyler. I mean, I might be wrong. Kyler might knock him out. I don't know, bro, but I don't think that's gonna happen here. I think Kyler Phillips is gonna win at 29-28. Next fight, guys, scheduled in the men's lightweight division, and I believe this is the featured prelim fight, if I'm not mistaken. This on the prelims is nuts to me. It's Mateusz Gamrot versus Rafael dos Anjos. Mateusz Gamrot, he's 23-2, 33 years old, 5'10", 70.5-inch reach. Rafael dos Anjos, 32-15, 39 years old, 5'8", 70-inch reach. We all know Rafael dos Anjos, former champion. He's been in, 2, 3 divisions now? And he's got way more experience than Mateusz Gamrot. He's fought the tougher competition. He's a former champion. He's been 5 rounds multiple times. But Mateusz Gamrot, bro, he's on a different level right now, bro. He can fight the best of them in the UFC. And he has cost me money lately, bro. The last fight that he had, I faded him. He won against Rafael Fiziev. That was crazy to me. He won against Jalen Turner. I faded him there too. I'm going to be damned if I fade him here. As a matter of fact, I made him my lock of the card for UFC 299, bro. I think he's going to dominate this fight. I like Rafael dos Anjos, but he's older now, bro. He's 39, almost 40 years old. He's been in a lot of wars. He's taken a lot of damage. Mateusz Gamrot, he's on his way up, and there's a huge difference. And I just think there's a huge difference in everything in this fight. My confidence level is at 8, so give me Mateusz Gamrot to win this fight. What do you think about this fight, bro?
Yeah, shit. We might as well go ahead. Somebody go ahead and find their nearest lock, man, because we about to lock this thing up right here. I feel like Mateusz Gamrot has RDA beat in every facet besides power, besides raw power. That's the only place where RDA has this, man. Mateusz Gamrot, a guy who has cardio for days, a guy who grinded Armin Sarukian out, a wrestler. He out wrestled the wrestler. If you look at that loss in the middle of his career, that was to Beneil Dariush. And that wasn't a fight that he didn't look too hot in that fight, in my opinion. But that was Beneil Dariush's last. That was the rest of the juice he had in his battery. So you had to imagine he was going to look kind of bad in that fight. Gamrot is a guy who just has every way to beat this dude. Like, I'm not gonna make this too quick because make too long because RDA, he's coming towards the end of his career. He's 5-6 as an underdog. And he's had 40 fights in the UFC, which is bonkers. And he's just coming towards the end of his career. He started out like you said, at 85, then he went to 70. Now he's back at 155. You have to imagine that's going to zap his cardio. And then a guy with Gamrot, you can't be tired. So yeah, man. Go ahead and give me Gamrot, and go ahead and give me Gamrot to win 9 out of 10 times.
Bro,
So
let's go. Let's go. Lock it up. Lock it up.
I agree. So if we're gonna go to the next fight, next up we got formerly Katlyn Chookagian, now is Katlyn Cerminara versus Maycee Barber. And if we're gonna go over the tape, let's go over it real quick as I pull it up. So we got Katlyn Cerminara, 35 years old. Then we got Maycee Barber, 25 years old. Cerminara is 5'9", 5'5" for Barber. And then a newly married Cerminara has a 3-inch reach advantage over Barber at 68 to 65. So I'm gonna call her Chookagian because that just sounds better for me. Chookagian, a girl who she's been around for a while. That's what we know her as. She's fought for the title twice, and she's just coming up short twice. She definitely has good boxing, but if you look at her 5 losses, minus her getting knocked out by Manel Fiot, um, she's just been getting grinded out. She can't get up. She just is a fish out of water off her back. Maycee Barber, a girl who I thought that she lost versus Andrea Lee, and I felt like she lost to Miranda Maverick. So one could say that she has the judges on her side. She must be banging one of them because she just wins them close split decisions. Um, I feel like Maycee Barber, she minus her. I feel like her sliding past all these fights. She is good. She has power in her hands. She has great wrestling. She's a pretty good minute winner. She's shown that she can be hit. Jessica I was piecing her up. That was one of the last fights I've seen before we started this show, and she was getting pieced up by Jessica I. And what's gonna happen if Katlyn Cerminara starts getting her jab off and she starts rolling? I feel like she can maybe win, but I'm going Maycee Barber in a greasy split decision fight because this is a massive step up in competition for Maycee Barber. And if she doesn't respond to it good enough, I can see Cerminara winning the split decision. So I'll go Maycee Barber by split decision. Confidence rates of 6. What you thinking, bro?
I think this fight is gonna be close too, man. I really do. Cause Katlyn Chookagian, she's pretty good, man. She's pretty solid. I mean, she's in the top 5 for a reason. So she's no slouch. Maycee Barber, though, she's been on a tear, bro. And I think she's gonna be a champion someday. But she's Katlyn Chookagian's gonna give her a run for her money in this fight. I'm still pretty confident though that Maycee Barber's gonna come out with a decision victory. I'm not sure about a split. Could be a split because we know the judges been crazy nowadays, and we don't know what's gonna happen, bro. So if this fight is close, I can go either way. But if Maycee Barber can get the takedowns and get her boxing going and stuff like that, then I think she wins this fight, bro. My confidence level is about a 6, and I'm not gonna bet the money line. I'm staying away. I think the line's too wide. Next fight, guys. Now this is the featured prelim. I can't believe, man. This card is so stacked. UFC 299 is gonna be so good, folks. Don't miss it. Scheduled in the men's heavyweight division, we got
Hmm. Hey, can you hear me, bro? That's weird. I can't. I wasn't hearing you for some reason. Last time it was me, so I took it as it being me. Um, I'm gonna go over this breakdown real quick. That's weird. I can't hear you, but so I have Jailton Almeida in this fight, and let me tell you guys why. Jailton Almeida, this is a guy who just shown domination from his whole career. So, I just feel like Razor Blades, a guy who we've never seen. Oh, yeah, I hear now. As the ambulance rolls by, sorry guys. Um, Curtis Blades, we've never really seen him taken down. To be honest with you, um, this is a weird fight. I have to admit, this is just a weird fight. Um, you know what? Fuck it. Throwing a blunt down. I got Curtis Razor Blades, man. I got Curtis Razor Blades, and it's the first time that this has happened because this is a pick 'em fight. So coin flip. Find your nearest quarter, then you get your answer. Curtis Blades, we just never seen him taken down. He has the better hands than Jailton Almeida. If this fight stays on the feet, it's gonna be Razor Blades. Razor Blades, he has 5-round cardio. Jailton Almeida, we haven't seen him wrestle and then strike and wrestle, and we've only seen him wrestle for 5 rounds. We've seen him do that to Derek Lewis. Okay, we'll give him that. If we want to play MMA math, Jailton Almeida beat Derek Lewis and he got knocked out by him. Okay, but we're not playing MMA math here. I think Curtis Blades is gonna just keep this fight standing. And who's to say? And who's to say that Curtis Blades can't take him down and control him? He is the bigger man. So I'm going Curtis Blades by ground and pound TKO. Either way, I don't see this fight going decision. But what a fight we have here. I had Jailton Almeida, but I am going Curtis Razor Blades. And yeah, I'm actually 5 out of 5. So we'll see.
You can hear me. You can hear me now, though, right?
I can hear you now. Who did you have?
I had Jailton Almeida by decision, but I'm not confident. I'm not confident, bro. This fight
I
is
feel
a
that.
for a reason. That's what I was saying. Jailton Almeida, though, he's a he's good, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Something's telling me that this fight's going to a decision because both of these guys are good on the ground. So we'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
every time I think it's going to decision, or every time I think the fight's going to get stopped and you think it's going to decision, it ends up always going to decision. So that's just how we're going to play it. Next up, though, Piotr Yan versus Song Yadong. And this is a pretty damn good fight, I must admit. Song Yadong coming off that nice little win versus Chris Gutierrez 2 months ago. Wasn't the best, prettiest, sexiest win, but hey, a win is a win. Piotr Yan, he is coming off 3 straight losses, which he found himself as the favorite. Um, Piotr Yan is now 1-4 out of his last 5 as a favorite. So, you know, he he hasn't been showing up as a favorite, and he finds himself as a -165 favorite here now. Song Yadong, a guy who's just been super impressive, man. He's still young. He's 26 years old. Um, it's crazy. This guy has been around forever. Um, Song Yadong, a guy who isn't the most active. And when I say active, I mean in the cage and I mean outside of the cage, because he's just sometimes he can just be looking for that big bomb too much. And a guy like Piotr Yan, who's never really been clipped and rocked, I don't really see him getting clipped here. I see this fight going to decision, and I see whoever is the more active fighter will probably win it. Very close fight here. I have to go Song Yadong. I have to go Song Yadong. Song Yadong has just been better. He's 2-0 as a dog. You know, it's just everything. He's younger. He's the bigger man. Just everything is telling me Song Yadong in this matchup here. Could Piotr Yan bounce back and win? Yeah, he should win. If he loses, he'd be on a 4-fight losing streak. Yeah, he should win. But I mean, if we're just gonna go by patterns, Piotr Yan, man, he's just been losing, and that's just been what he's used to doing. So I'm gonna go Song Yadong by decision in a very close fight. What you thinking, sir?
I think Peter Yan has lost it, bro. I think he's lost it, honestly, man. Ever since he lost his belt, he hasn't been the same. And I think Song Yadong, whatever his name is, it's gonna knock this guy out, bro. This dude got really good knockout power. And he's not a bad wrestler himself, bro. He really isn't. He's got takedowns of his own. Give me Yadong Song to win, and I got him at plus 140, bro. And now he's a plus 120. So you already know I did my homework. Let's go.
That should
Next
absolutely be a
fight,
good fight.
guys. Next fight, guys. This is going to be a banger. And I was going back and forth on this fight. We got Gilbert Burns versus Jack Della Maddalena. Gilbert Burns, he's 22-6, 37 years old, 5'10", 71-inch reach. Jack Della Maddalena, 16-2, 27 years old, 5'11", 73-inch reach. Like I said, guys, I was going back and forth on this fight. This is another pick'em right here. But I got to go with the veteran here in this fight. I think the veteran's going to show up and show out. He's number 3 in the world for a reason. He took Khamzat Chimaev to the test. He's a former title contender. He's been in 5-round fights before. He's fought the tougher competition. Gilbert Burns is definitely better on the ground, and they have almost similar power. I got to go with the more proven fighter, the veteran fighter. I got to go with Gilbert Burns. I'm not going to bet this fight, though, because I'm scared, man. I'm scared. I think I might look like a fool. I don't know. What do you think about this fight?
Nah, I don't think you're looking at fool because I'm going Dorino Gilbert Burns to win this fight, man. Um, if we just gonna talk jujitsu, if we're gonna talk ground game, if we're gonna talk minute winning, bro, it's Gilbert Burns all day. Does Jack Della have the boxing? Absolutely. Does he have the power? One could say, yeah, he does have the power. They both have power, but if someone has more power, I guess Jack Della has more power. Gilbert Burns, though, I just feel like he's smarter than Jack Della. Jack Della, he's not good at fighting his fight nowadays. Like we've seen he's coming off 2 split decisions. You know, I thought Holland did enough. I thought Holland did enough in that fight. It was a very, very close fight, but I just thought he did do enough to win that fight. And then versus Basil Hafiz, whatever his name is, who came in on short notice, I thought he absolutely did enough to win. So in my mind, Jack Della lost his last 2 fights. If you go back and look at Jack Della Maddalena's 2 losses, he got taken down and he got beat up. He like legit got beat up. And his first loss, he got like ground and pounded. And it was kind of bad. I felt bad for Jack Della. He was laying on the floor for about 30 seconds and was just agonizing in pain. Gilbert Burns, man, he's better, man. Is he older? Absolutely. Does he have more miles on the clock? Absolutely. If Gilbert Burns was a car, he probably has 190,000 miles on him. So hey, he has miles. But I feel like Gilbert Burns is going to take this man down and he's going to submit Jack Della. So give me Gilbert Burns by submission. That's going to be a good one. So moving on to the next one, we got Kevin Holland, speaking of him, versus Michael Venom Page. And this is going to be a good one. I clicked on the wrong face. So you got Kevin Holland coming in. You know, he actually just lost his last fight versus Jack Della, which I thought he won that fight. Michael Venom Page, he's coming in after a pretty big layoff, he had fought Yoto Nachimori, where he broke his leg. He kicked him in his knee and broke his leg. I actually posted that video on YouTube. It went viral. It was funny. Yeah, Michael Venom Page, a guy who some could say he plays around too much in the cage. One could say he's a showsman. But I think that he's an elite striker, and I think that he's one of the best strikers to come out of England. Kevin Holland, one could say that Kevin Holland doesn't have the best IQ, because Kevin Holland, he has really lanky, long arms, and he has 9 submissions on his record. So he can submit people. And why am I bringing that up? Is because he had the advantage over Stephen Wonderboy, and he didn't take him down. So he doesn't have the best mind. And Michael Venom Page, he is coming in as an underdog here, plus 110. He's 0-2 as an underdog. When he lost his O to Douglas Lima, then he was a plus 285 dog. So they had him losing. And then when he fought Logan Storley, he was a plus 200 underdog. So one could say they have an idea on when he loses and wins. But I'm going Michael Venom Page, man. I think Kevin Holland's an idiot, and I think Michael Venom Page is the better striker, and I think he's gonna knock Kevin Holland the fuck out. What's your take on this? I think it's gonna happen in this.
I think Kevin Holland's gonna use his wrestling in this fight, bro.
Huh?
I think he's gonna use his wrestling. He's gonna use some of his grappling. And Michael Venom Page doesn't do good with long, lengthy fighters, bro. He just doesn't do good with them. And Kevin Holland is probably the longest and lengthiest fighter he's fought in a long time. I mean, look, 6'3", 6'3", same height, but that reach advantage is going to come into play in this fight. The UFC experience is going to come into play in this fight. And Kevin Holland is number 12 in this division for a reason, bro. I think this is going to be a tougher fight than Michael Venom Page signed up for, bro. I think it's going to a decision. I don't think anyone's going to get knocked out, to be honest. Give me Kevin Holland to win by decision. I'm not betting the fight, though. I'm not betting the fight because Michael Venom Page, only 2 losses on this record. So got to give him that. One of the best fighters to come out of Bellator. Got to give him that. And he's fought some tough guys, but I think Kevin Holland's going to be his toughest test to date. So give me Kevin Holland to win by decision. My confidence level is about a 5.5, bro.
Holland get knocked out, bro.
Next fight, guys. Okay. Next fight, guys, is the co-main event of the evening. And this fight right here is flames, just like this weed we smoking on. Just like the picks we're giving y'all. So make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like the video. And here's the breakdown. Scheduled in the lightweight division, we got Dustin Poirier versus Benoit Saint-Denis. Dustin the Diamond Poirier, 29-8, 35 years old, 5'9", 73-inch reach. Benoit Saint-Denis, 13-1, 28 years old, 5'11", 73-inch reach. I absolutely love both of these guys. Both of these guys are dangerous. Both of these guys are finishers. But Dustin Poirier, it's just going to be on another different level in this fight, folks. Dustin Poirier is going to have the better boxing. Dustin Poirier has definitely fought the tougher competition. Dustin Poirier is a former champion. He's one of the best in the lightweight division, folks. And he's coming in at plus 145 underdog. Are you kidding me, guys? He's my dog of the card for UFC 299, folks. I'm telling you all right now, Dustin Poirier is going to stop the hype train of Benoit Saint-Denis. And Benoit Saint-Denis is one of my favorite fighters in the UFC. The guy is super dangerous. He's super good. He can knock just about anyone out. But Dustin Poirier is going to come back from that loss, folks. I'm telling you. He's not going to lose 2 in a row. No freaking way. Give me Dustin Poirier plus 145. My confidence level is a 6.5 out of 10. Who you got in this fight?
Yeah, so to be honest with you guys, this is the fight that I've been up in the air all week. When this is the fight that I've been nervous to give a call about. I gotta go Benoit Saint-Denis, man. I gotta go Benoit Saint-Denis. And everything says Dustin Poirier in this fight. Dustin Poirier, he's never lost. He's never lost 2 fights in a row in his freaking career. Um, this guy is durable. You know, he got knocked out by Justin Gaethje in his last one. I called that. You can go check my channel out. I called that and bet that, won 2K on that fight alone. It was a great night. I think Dustin Poirier is coming towards the end of his career, man. He has this nervous tick where he's fighting, he'll fight and he'll just grab his shorts. He'll throw a jab, grab his shorts. He'll take a big shot and grab his shorts. You know, it's weird. And guys have been trying to capitalize on that. If you go back and watch the Dan Hooker fight, he'll grab his shorts and then Dan Hooker will throw a big bomb. I thought Dan Hooker was going to knock him out in that fight. That was the UFC just posted that one. You didn't have to have Fight Pass to go watch that one. So y'all should check that fight out. A lot of damage. He left a piece of himself in that fight. And Benoit Saint-Denis, the god of war, this guy who actually went to war, he was in the army, so he fought for his country. So you know, a guy who only lost 1 fight, he almost got killed versus Oleksiejczuk dos Anjos in his fight, but that was a upper weight class. I just think Benoit Saint-Denis, you know, Dustin Poirier, a guy who used to fight at featherweight. Benoit Saint-Denis could make featherweight to save his life. If they told him make featherweight or you die, it would never happen. He was never a featherweight. So I just think that physicality is going to play a part. Dustin Poirier gets taken down too much. If Benoit doesn't want to strike with him, he can take Dustin Poirier down. And Poirier's shown that he doesn't really have the ability to get up and get back to his feet when he wants to. Benoit Saint-Denis is just going to oppose his will on Dustin Poirier. And if you're a Dustin Poirier fan, I'll probably just go find something else to do during this fight.
Bro, I love both of these fighters. I do love Benoit Saint-Denis. I think he has a chance. He's a favorite for a reason. He's on a roll right now. He's a killer. I agree with everything you said. I just think the experience factor and Dustin Poirier has fought this type of competition. You can't lie about that. And his boxing's elite, bro. So I think, and like you say, he's never lost 2 in a row, and I don't think he's gonna start doing that right now. He's still in the prime of his career. He's only 35 years old, so that's not too old for lightweight standards. So I think he's got a couple more in him, and I think he's gonna win this fight. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see who's gonna look sharper, me or you.
Yes, sir. Crazy. So we got the main event of the evening, and it's Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Chito Vera, and this is a rematch, boys and women. This is if you guys go back and watch the first fight, one could say that Sean O'Malley was absolutely cruising through it, and he was looking good. But you know, I was trying to pinpoint. I watched that fight like 20 times because I wanted to find the exact shot and when it happened, and it was a leg kick, boom. He kind of kicked him behind the knee, and it wasn't even a calf, it was behind the knee. And boom, he just wasn't good. And then he was doing good, and then he rolled his ankle. He rolled it, it caught under him. That's when the fight was over. It was unstable at that point. So yeah, man, Sugar Sean O'Malley, a guy the UFC has absolutely built around. He won the belt in his last fight. And that was spectacular fashion. He knocked out Aljamain Sterling. I have to take away from that performance because the UFC forced Aljamain Sterling into that spot premature. They don't do that to no other champion, and they forced him into that spot in that Madison Square Garden card, and then they got him knocked out. And then they don't give him a rematch. I thought that was bullshit. But if we're gonna go ahead and talk about the fight, Chito Vera, a guy who, you know, one could say he was looking bad in his last one versus Pedro Munhoz, and then he came behind. He lost a split decision to Corey Sandhagen. That was not a split decision. Corey Sandhagen won 4 out of 5 of those rounds. Those judges are retarded. And then he had the head kick from Dominic Cruz. That was an amazing head kick. He was losing that fight until he got the nasty head kick. And then that Rob Font performance was crazy. That was the most damage I had ever seen on someone's face. If you've never seen that fight, go back and watch Chito Vera versus Rob Font. Chito Vera is a monster, and one could say he's a cardio machine. Chito Vera, he's never been knocked out or submitted in his career. So if someone's gonna come on here and tell me that Sean O'Malley's gonna knock Chito Vera out, okay, okay. Chito Vera is gonna take Sean O'Malley into the deeper rounds. He's shown in his career that he's not gonna be winning. Like anytime you have a Chito Vera ticket, you're not banking on him to be winning minutes. He wins moments and big moments because that's what Chito Vera does. He's gonna eat Sean O'Malley like a Cheeto, and he's gonna take Sean O'Malley's belt. Right now, watching this right now, I might sound crazy. I might sound crazy hearing this right now. The fight hasn't happened yet, but in Sean O'Malley's career, in Chito Vera's career, they've shown consistency, and Chito Vera has shown that he can come in and he can take fights from people. I think he's going to take this fight from Sugar Sean O'Malley. And Sean, be careful what you ask for. Give me Chito Vera to win, and this is my dog of the card.
Okay. You heard it here first, folks. Sports fanatic Gibbs taking Chito Marlo Vera as his dog of the card. But I got a little disappointing news for you, bro. Just like the last fight, this is 5 rounds. But I don't think it's going all 5 rounds. And O'Malley's going to knock this dude out, bro. O'Malley's got the best boxing and the best hands in the bantamweight division. There's no doubt about it. Everybody thought he was going to lose against, what's his name? The last champion there. Aljamain Sterling. And he knocked his ass out in the second round, bro. And that's going to happen in this fight. In the second round, he's going to knock Marlon Vera out, bro. It's the Sugar Show, bro. It's Sugar Sean O'Malley era time, bro. This is the start of it, bro. He knocked Aljamain Sterling out, and he's going to knock Marlon Vera out, and he's going to take back that one loss on his record that he should have never gotten. Give me Sugar Sean O'Malley, bro. He's not a lock, in my opinion. I think the line's too wide. I think it should be a pick 'em, to be honest, because Marlon Vera ain't no joke, bro. He's nobody to sleep on. He's a tough motherfucker, and like you say, he's never been finished. But I think he's gonna get finished in this fight. There's always gonna be one time, bro, and this is gonna be the time. Round 2 knockout. Confidence level is about a 6. No money line bet. I'm betting the under. The under's the play, bro. The under is the play.
Should be a good one, bro. That's very interesting. Knockout. You didn't even say decision. You said Chito Vera's get knocked out for the first time in his career next Saturday. Well, I can't wait to watch it.
So that was the breakdown, folks, for UFC 299 O'Malley versus Vera 2. You know what to do. Subscribe to CJUFCPics. Subscribe to my dude, Sports Fanatic Gibbs. We're here each and every single week for breakdowns, for picks, smoking on fire gas weed, giving you fire gas picks. I believe the next card is Tybura versus Tuivasa. That's going to be I already know, bro. I already know who I'm going to pick right now. Early lean.
Easiest call.
Early lean is Tuivasa.
There's nothing else to be said. It's the easiest prediction main event of the year.
I mean, Tybura is not a bad fighter, bro. He's not a bad fighter, but I think he's going to get knocked out. 5 rounds? That fight's not going 5 rounds, bro. No way.
Oh, yeah. I have a breakdown for it. Marcin Tybura, a guy who looks good until he doesn't.
So that was the breakdown, folks. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to join us next week for the Tybura versus Tuivasa card. We're here each and every single week. Free dogs, free locks, free bets. You know what to do. Comment on the video. Help the algorithm out. And help me to get to 600 subscribers. We're almost there, bro.
Let's go.
And
get
make sure to subscribe to Gibbs. Give him some subs as well. We're out of here. Take it easy.